Good evening. How's our
Good
day?
evening, Muslim Rayo.
Good evening, ma'am.
Just our day went
Good
well.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening. How was your day?
My day went well. Yes, good. All right, so we'll be starting class now, so we don't have to wait for anybody. So we just have to pay attention and follow me closely. I hope you have all downloaded the file that I was shared on Slack channel. Okay, so if you have opened the file from your end, you see that it's almost same data like yesterday own. Yeah. But it's just that this one is not a month data. It's more than a month. And at the same time, the rows is actually more than the one that we used yesterday. So I'm starting. I just want you to pay close attention. If you miss anything here, you might just get lost. All right. Let's figure out their power pivots. I hope we've been able to do that. So the first thing you do is go to your data, and then from your data tab, you see get data from file, and we'll go to our workbook. All right, going to my workbook, the data is I think I kept it in. Okay, the data is on my download. Then I pick my sales data, import it. So I preview my sheet one and transform the data. So after transforming the data, it brought me to this. screen. Can we all see my screen?
It's not showing.
No.
We are not
Okay.
sharing again.
No, ma'am, it's not
Okay,
showing.
okay.
Please, can you take us through how you did that table again? Please, I didn't really get it.
All right, what table are you talking about?
The pivot table, because when I wanted to import, when I clicked on import, it brought out a box, navigator or what, that has sales data sheet 1. Then
Yes,
down,
click your sheet
okay, sheet 1, okay. Then
and
I'll
transform it.
transform data.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, please, can we pay attention? I don't
Okay,
want
I've
to be
gotten it.
distracted.
Thank you.
So, in case you miss any step, you can always ask question after the class or go through the YouTube channel tomorrow to watch the video. So, what I have done here so far, I checked the data type and I saw that it's in text form. The date is in calendar. So, this Power Query has already changed it. There are times that it will not be correct, that we have to do some editing on it. All right, this is my revenue. I changed this amount to revenue. Boxes shaped. Yeah. So let's change this sheet. We can change it from here, or we double click this place. To change. All right, I want to change it to sales data. So after changing it, I want to duplicate this so I can create my date table. So I'm changing this one to date table. All right, let's just put our cursor on date, right click on it, remove other columns. So after removing other columns, let's extract some things out that is want to add other columns to it. We don't want to add the year because it's just a year data set. So let's just add column, go to your dates. Let's do for month. For our month, we needed the name of month. And this is the name of month. So we want to transform this. So if you are working on anything, you go to whatever you have added. So we want to extract just 3 characters. So how do we extract this character? We go to transform. If you do it in add column, it will actually create another column again. But okay, it will create another column and it will give you the answer you want. Let's try it. You know, the tab that is open here is the add column. There's extract here. If you go to transform, there's extract there. Now let's do it at add column so you can know what I'm talking about. This add column, first characters, the count for that's 3. Then okay. Now it created another column and it has already extracted the characters. But that's not what we wanted. I want it to work on this column. I'll just go to my transform, go to my extract here, first column, count of 3, and then okay. You can see that it's not adding any other column. Just work on what I've created before, what I've added before. All right, after then, we are adding another column. Go to your dates. If you're adding column, you go back to your dates. Don't stay in months because this is where you are extracting stuff from. So just go to your date and then go to add column. You see your date. So let's do quarter of the year. Now it's already brought out the quarter. You can see that January is in the first quarter, August third quarter, like that. Now once it to be more presentable, we want to work on this. Let's right click on this. Nope. All right. Let's click on our quarter. We want to transform it. Go to your format, add prefix, and add Q. I added prefix. And what's the prefix I added? Is this Q and the dash, so that it will look more presentable, because it will not make sense to your stakeholder if they start saying 1, 2, 3. But when they see Q1, they can easily say, oh, you're talking about quarter. So the next thing we are doing, let's go to our add column, go to our date. So let's go to our week of month. So for this week, let's simply do what we do for quarter. Go to your transform, When you go to your transform, go to your format, add prefix, then add week dash. Now we have our week. We can use week of month or week of year, depends on you. So let's add one more column and we are done for the date table. So add column, go to your date. Let's go to our day. Name of day. So let's check this first. I don't think they sold during the weekend here. So it's just weekdays. So we don't need. Well, I was thinking we should add one more column, but it's not necessary. All right, we have day name. Let's change it to 3 character. Go to your transform, then extract first characters. How many number of characters? 3. So we are done for this. But let's remove duplicates for our dates. Let's remove duplicates. So we have removed duplicates for dates. This sales data, we didn't remove duplicates. But let's first of all count our rows. Our rows is 1094. 1094. Now let's remove our duplicates. So I've removed the duplicates. Let's now count the rows again. Still 1094. That means the data is a clean data. There is no duplicate there. All right, we've done this. We've created sales data. I mean, we've adjusted our sales data. We've created the table from our head. And the last one, remain another table. So how do we create that? So this table is where we write our DAX calculations, or we call it measures. One thing about DAX calculation actually help you, enable you to gain more insight on your data. Right? We can easily calculate our total revenue, calculate our total number of boxes shipped. Right. So how do we create our measure table like this table? What we will do is go to our new source. When you go to your new source is here. Go to your other source. So it will bring out another dialog box. And move down, you see a blank query. Sorry. Click on your blank query. When you click on your blank query, so we don't want to leave it empty because there's no how you will be able to save it if you don't have any data on it. So let's just type 1. We will delete it later. So let's just type 1. Press your enter. When you press enter, go to this place. You will see convert to table. So convert it to table. You convert it to table. So after converting it to table, we can now change this to we can call it measures or we call it DAS calculations. Let's just name it measures and click your enter. So now we can now load our data. So let's close and load. Don't close and load it. Just use the second one, which is close and load to. Only create connection. Click on your only create connection and add this data to data model. Then press your OK. So it's loading already. You can see my 3 data set loading already. Some systems are so fast. I'm sure some of us, our system would have loaded it. And some, before it will load, it will take time. All right, check your number of rows loaded. Sales data, we have 1,094. Date table, we have 168. Measures, we have 1 row loaded. All right. So after loading this, let's go to our Power Pivot. When you click on your Power Pivot, click on your Manage. Now we have our Manage. We have Data View. We have Diagram View. We have Show Hidden Calculation Area. Let's click on our diagram view. Now we have this. We have our this table, and we have this one. So let's link our date to this date here. All right, so I've linked the date. After linking it, just go to this part on your screen where you see your Excel logo. So we are back to this page back. So the next thing we want to do now, we are going to insert our pivot table. Don't put your cursor here. Me, I don't like placing my cursor here if I want to write my dance calculation or your measures. I hope it's not um I hope it's only Uzoma that is not seeing my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, others can see it. All right. So let's insert our pivot table. Go to your insert. Let me come again. Insert pivot table. And then click on OK. You don't need to do anything here. Click on OK since we are still working on this existing worksheet. So click on OK. Now we have this here. We have our sales data, this table. So let's put our, because we want everything we want to write now. We want to write it under this table, not under date table, and not under sales data. The KPIs we want to create now, we want to create our total revenue, the total boxes shipped, the total products, the total country, the total salesperson, and our average revenue. So those are the KPIs we want to write now. And how are we going to do this? This is our pivot. Table. So let's go. All right, can we all see my screen now? Can we all? Okay.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I think the network is back now. So let's go to our power pivot. You will see. So go to your new measure. All right. Let me come again. Go to your measure, then your new measure. When you click on your new measure, see your sales data, the table name, but we don't want it to be here. Let's change it to this new table we created. The measure name, let's call it total revenue. Or better still, let's just use revenue. Let's just use revenue. But we want to calculate the total revenue. How do we calculate this? Let's use sum equals to sum. And where is our revenue? Our revenue is also sales data. It's under sales data. And we can see sales data here, revenue. Let's just pick it. And then close the bracket. How do we know if our formula is correct? Check your formula. You can see that there's no errors in formula. And it is even very easy because we can always format it here too. How do we format it? Since we are dealing with currency, let's pick our currency, our symbol. We are using dollar. And then let's change it to 0. You don't want to put this in any decimal place. Then click on your OK. Oh, it says a measure or column with the name revenue already exists. Choose a different name. Yeah, it's because revenue is under sales data. That's why it's like that. So let's just put our total revenue. And click on OK. So our total revenue for the whole year is $6 million, 183,625. Now we want to do another one. If you are doing another one, put your cursor here. If you put your cursor here, you will not see it. When you finish writing the measure, but there's a way to see it. So let me put my cursor here so I can show you where to find it in case you are looking for it, like you didn't see it. So new measures. So what do we name this? Because I already highlighted the measures we are doing, the KPIs, our total revenue, the total boxes shipped, so equals to sum. Our boxes shipped is under sales data. So this is it here. We'll pick this. Then close your bracket. Since boxes is not in currency or anything, I think we can put this in number. We can use general too, anyways. So let's change it to 0. Use 1000 separator. Yes. Okay. Reverse it out. It's not lost. But in case it's lost, how do we get it? How do we see it back? Just have to open the table, you wrote the measure, and then check it. If I uncheck this one is there already. It's under here. This total boxes sheet. But when you're writing this measure, always put it on the one you have written before. Right. So let's go to our new measure again. Let's change this to, which one are we doing again? We are doing our country. I want to know the count of country. That will be distinct count. Our country is under sales data too. Then click on OK. OK says a measure or column with the name country already exists. Choose a different name. Let's just make it different. You can just put this dash so that we'll be able to load it. So look at it. And we can always change it here. New measure. So what are we doing again? Salesperson. Our salesperson equals to distinct count. So we have 25 salesperson. So the last measure, that's the product. Change the product, your measure name, product.
Mototroyo, you're muted. You're muted.
I know you can have it in your.
All right. So let's create the last measure, the new measure. So let's create our average revenue. So that will be equals to average so since it's currency, let's format it. So this is the average revenue. All right, we have already generated our KPIs. We have our total revenue, total boxes shipped, country, salesperson, product, average revenue. Now let's do our analysis. Now looking at the data set, go back to the data. Looking at the data, we have salesperson, country, products, date, revenue, boxes shipped. And these are the likely analysis we can do. Revenue by salesperson, revenue by country, revenue by product. We can actually look at the top 5 selling products. Revenue, okay, we can look at the boxes shipped by country. All right. So let's quickly run the analysis. Then I will leave the dashboard for us to do. So that will literally be another assignment. I'll be sending something to your group. Going to use some charts. All right. So to do this, let's go to our insert pivot table. So revenue by salesperson. When we are talking about money or figures, you can place them on values. So let's drag our revenue to values, and then our salesperson to rows. Now we have a whole lot of salesperson because there are 25 in number. And if you want to add all this, your dashboard, it will not make sense. There will not be enough space to do a lot of things because this one has taken space. So let's just reduce it. And how do we reduce this? Well, firstly, let's sort this from largest to smallest. So how do we sort it? Put your cursor on any figure under sum of revenue. Right click on it. You see sort. Sort smallest to largest, sort largest to smallest. So we've already sorted the largest to smallest. And we can see that it is Chess Bonnell that actually brought in more revenue. These are the salesperson. Let's change these row labels to salesperson. And let's change this to only revenue. So this is too much. We want to make it maybe top 5 or top 10. All right. So let's make it top 5 or top. What do you think? Top 10. Look at my screen. If you right click like this, It won't bring you what you want. It will bring you another dialogue entirely. So you have to make sure that it's only one like this that is speaking. When you want to sort at the right hand side. Now we want to filter it to top 10. So let's just right click from the left hand side. You can see filter top 10. Okay. So, um, let's name it to revenue by salesperson. So that will not be going back and forth with insert pivot table and all like that. Let's just copy this and paste it here. Now we have pasted it here. The second one we are doing is revenue by country. So how do we do revenue by country? Because we've used this before, all right, you just have to remove it. Revenue can still be in value because we are still making use of revenue. So let's move this back and pick country. Now we have this. Let's sort it largest to smallest. There's no need to filter this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just 6. So let's copy this and paste here. So what are we doing next? We are doing revenue by products. That is like top 5 selling products. Now we have this. Let's leave our revenue in values and move our products. We have a lot of products. Let's just sort it from largest to smallest. This one, let's filter it to top 5. Now we have this. So this is where our date table comes in. So let's do revenue by month. We want to know the month we had the highest sales. So let's copy this. So our revenue still remain here. Let's move this product away. Let's open up our date table. Let's pick our month name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means we have just 8 months. So let's sort this so we can know the months that generated the highest revenue. I sorted it from largest to smallest. So we can see that we made more sales in January and the least sales in April. Why do we make least sales in April? Maybe it's due to um, Easter or it's fasting period or this Lent period as we Christians usually do. They might just ask you that what month do we have the highest sales? Or in which location do we have more sales? And where should we channel our energy to? And as a data analyst, you should always recommend you don't impose. Let's change this. So I just noticed it. This place is country. This one is product. And this one is month. Okay, what's other thing? Boxes shipped by country. So let's see if we can come up with that. Boxes shipped. Let's remove our revenue. Let's remove our product. Total boxes shipped. Let's put it here. And trace. All right, that means let's sort it. Okay. All right, we've already picked our country. Um, Boxes shipped by country. Let's sort this. has been sorted already. More boxes went to Australia, followed by Canada, then UK, India, USA. So that means it's still like the same thing with the country by revenue. Okay, no. Looking at the country by revenue, you can see that Australia is the first, UK. But here we can see that more boxes went to Australia, which is same thing as the total boxes shipped. That means the boxes that was shipped to the country, sale, like the revenue here too is also the same thing. But looking at the second one, Canada, the boxes shipped into Canada is 31,221. But the revenue that entered from Canada is $962,000. So should we say their money differs? That's why their revenue is different. New Zealand actually have the lowest revenue, the lowest boxes shipped in. Indian is number 4 here, while this is number 3 there. USA number 4 and number 5 here. So let's say their conversion rate differs also. So we've done the analysis, revenue by salesperson, revenue by country, so boxes shipped by country. Shut up.
Mutual, you are muted though.
Yeah, sorry, I know. Can we save our work? Let's save our work and change our sheet 1 to analysis. Let's create another sheet and put dashboard there. All right, the only thing I will just do is create a template, and you guys will go and work on your dashboard. When you're working on your dashboard, don't do Ojiju Kalaba, like giving us different colors. The colors you use matters so that your dashboard will pop. Well, don't use 3D. We are not fine art students. All right. We are interested in your figures. As a data analyst, I want to see your figure and your color. These 3 colors. I think I have some dashboard here. All right, this is actually the same data we're working on. All right. This is also the same data. So we are not interested in a lot of colors. So let me create a template and then we can work on our dashboard. So we want to remove our grid lines. How do we remove our grid lines? Go to your view. You see where grid lines was checked. Just uncheck it. You can see that we don't have grid line again. Now I want to give this plane a color. I don't want to leave it blank. I don't want to leave it like this. So for us to give it a color, press Ctrl A. Go back to your O, to your infill, or this fill color. Let's pick gray. I picked the second one here. This is what I have. All right, so I've given it another color. Let's go to our insert. Go to your shapes. You want to insert shapes. On my own Excel, my shape is under illustration. So you can use anyone. But let me pick rectangle. You can see this cross. See this cross. Just drag it. So I've dragged it. I want to reduce it because it's looking smaller to me. So I want to zoom it out so I can have more space. I want to put it probably 89. So I have this. System is low already. So let me quickly create the template. So we want to make a duplicate of this. How do we make duplicate? Is it that you press Ctrl CV, Ctrl CV, or Ctrl D? Let me press Ctrl D. So I shifted it to this side. I want to make another duplicate. Control. Before I make duplicate, let's adjust this. How do we adjust the shape? Go to shape format. You see your shape field. If you don't want this color, see your shape outline. Let's remove our shape outline. No outline. Shape effect. You can start to put shadow to center. The shadow is there already. Now let's make our duplicate. Control D. Because whatsoever you're making as duplicate will affect others. This is the duplicate. Let's make another duplicate. How do we reduce? If you want to reduce it like this, if you want to stretch it, you want to, that's how you walk around your shape. So let's duplicate again. Okay, I don't want to use this. Let me use, I want to use this one, the rounded corners. All right, so let's remove outlines. Let's add our shape effect. Look at this orange. Maybe you want to reduce your rounded corners. So just drag it. You can see that my rounded columns is reducing gradually. If you want to increase it, it has become sock already. But I want to reduce it. So we have this. Shape fill. I want to use white. Let me reduce it more. All right, so I'm just doing my own. Depends on how creative you are. So you can, come up with something more beautiful than this. Your KPIs can be at the side. Your text, like your heading, can be here. So how do you do that? Insert. Okay, for your insert, this is text. Insert your text box. You can literally put sales analysis. So let's format this. Sales analysis. 2022. The sales is 2022. I use probably Constanta. I use anything. I just want to use that. You can see that I'm trying to increase it, it's not increasing. It's because I didn't highlight it. You don't see you highlight before you see that it's increasing. Let me leave it here. Leave it like this. I want to work on this shape format here. The shape field, I don't want it to be this color. I want it to be same color as this. I'll pick the blue. Same blue with my shape. And for this sales analysis, this font is not coming out well. I want to change it. The text outline, no outline, the shape outline. You can see a line here. This line, we don't want it. It's not making it come out well. Shape outline, we don't want it. You can see that we don't have it there again. We have removed it. The text color, the black is not popping up. The font color, let's change it to white. And let's bold it. Analysis 2022. Depends on how you are able to do it. The charts can actually stay here. Then two here. So let's do one. Oh, I don't know. This place KPI can stay there. How do you insert your KPI? You can create a Ctrl+G. I want to duplicate this. How many KPIs we have? We have 6. So you can see that it's not properly aligned. If you want to align it together, how you will align it? Just click on one of the shape, press shift. Just press shift down and start clicking on the rest. When you click on the rest, go to your shape format. You can see this place, you can see align, distribute horizontally and distribute vertically. So it is already aligned like this. Even without done, my dashboard is already coming out. All right. So can we just do this top 5 selling products? Notes. I'm highlighting this, but I'm not picking the grand total. I don't need it. So you highlight is excluding the grand total. So after highlighting it, I go to my insert and say pivot chart. I go to your pivot chart. Is it column you want to use? Is it line? Is it pie? Is it column? Is it line? Is it pie? Is it bar? So what should we use? Let me use column. I think I need to change the chart because I don't want it to land. Let's change it to bar chart. So let me pick this. Yes. So we have the, you can try to format it here, but let's go and format it on the chart. Control X, take it to your dashboard. Control V. Now that we have it on our dashboard, go to your pivot chart analysis. Look at these feed buttons. Hide all. Let me put it back. This revenue, this products, these are the feed buttons. So let's just hide all. Our total. And we can actually delete this and put our top 5 selling product. That one. We have our top 5 selling product. Look at this. Click on your cross. Cross. We are not removing the axis because it's very much needed. Your chart title is needed. All right, let's remove our grid lines. These are grid lines. This is legend, and we do not need this. Let's remove this. This one here, let's delete it because it's too clustered. So you can just click on it here. Click on it, then delete. Go back to your cross sign. Check your data labels so that you have the figure for your data label. Then you can drag it. We have our top 5 selling products. I thought I changed this before. So this text, let's format it. Let's bold it. So figure here. This top 5 selling products, since is the title. Yeah. And then we bold it. We don't want this outline here. So how do we remove it to your format? We have removed it. This is what I'll be doing. And that means I'm done with the class. So we have to create a dashboard. It's the analysis that has been done. All right. So your KPIs will be here. All right. For revenue, okay, let me quickly show you something. So for your revenue, you come here. Okay, let me do one. This is text box. You can just Control D it, or you go back there, insert another text box. But I already Control D this because I formatted it before. So that's why I just picked. The shape format, the shape field. Let me return it back to white. Let me type product. Oh. The font is white. That's why I'm not seeing anything. Products. How many products do we have? You can just insert product. We can just type equals to, then go back to our analysis, pick the product, press N. What's the product? It's not coming up. Better still, you can just copy this and paste it here. And you paste it. This is easy. And type it. Now we have this. So let's just we are more interested in the figure. How we have to come out with and change this to blue. So we have our product. So you can do other KPIs. And quick one, if you want to make your charts probably more pop, you can do inserts. But this one you have to have data. Inserts, illustration, go to your icons. When you go to icon, so I want to pick something that is relating to products. So this is relating to products. It's cards. I have it here. I just put it here. So I think with this, I've been able to fulfill all righteousness from Power Pivot. And I guess, and I know, not even I guess, you'll be able to create, find more pop dashboard. All right. That will be your next assignment. Create a dashboard with the analysis generated. Thank you so much for listening. So is there any question? I'm waiting for us.
Okay. Good evening, Ms. Ryan.
Good evening.
Yes, I want to ask. I was thinking that like the figures now for this, and since you copied it now, won't it will not allow the dashboard to be interactive? Because if there's any change possibly on this thing, it will reflect on the dashboard. I was thinking there was a way you could do the linking or something. Because by mere copying it now, it's not making the dashboard interactive with the data or the analysis. So I don't know.
There's another way you can make the dashboard interactive. We can use slicer now. Or better still, we can use this. We want it to be more interactive. Place in this document. So we can link them together to make it more interactive. So interactive in what sense? If I want, all right, my system is off.
Okay, no problem. At some point you were trying to link the analysis to the dashboard, as in where you're trying to do the quarter and all that, but it didn't work. So you have to copy the 22 and copy. Now I was thinking that okay, if was perhaps probably there's a change or something, it will reflect on the dashboard for that product. So that's my thinking. I don't know.
It doesn't have anything to do with the linking.
Okay.
Yeah. What I actually tried something. Normally, I usually type it. The main thing I needed was to generate my measures. After knowing my
Measures,
measures,
okay.
the main thing I normally do is just let the stakeholder let them know the figure. All right. So after making them know the figure, I want to link it. There's another way to do that.
Continue this on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't have anything to do with me copying or me typing it. So is there any other question? I guess everyone is
I have a question.
okay.
Please, concerning the slicer, while creating our dashboard, can we just like if using the slicer, is it by choice? Can we add the slicer? Like me personally, I know how to use my slicer. Can I add it?
Yes, you can add slicer. You
Okay.
can add slicer. Probably you can make your slicer and the month or quarter. But depends on you. Just be one thing about data analysis, don't think like normal human being. Just be creative enough and think.
All right. All right. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
But let us know.
I can hear you.
Ending it. Kindly make recommendation.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you very
I've
much.